Welcome back to the next SAP Sneak Peek of the Week video for the Australia SAP Rollout Project. Today, we are going to create a purchase requisition for a service. By the end of this video, we will have examined why you need to create a purchase requisition, the purchase requisition process, and how to fill out a purchase requisition for a service. So why would you need to create a purchase requisition? You would create a purchase requisition for a service like a contractor. Going back to our gas technician Joe example, remember that we have already ordered a replacement fan blade. However, Joe needs some help installing it. Joe will create a purchase requisition for a service in SAP to identify the service needed and associate it with a cost, account assignment, TransAlta's terms and conditions, delivery dates, and more. All planned and unplanned material and service requirements follow an approval and workflow process through the Materials Management module, the PS Project Systems module, or the PM Plant Maintenance module to track costs, consumption, and reduce risk. This is another way all of the tasks and modules work together in SAP. Here is a simple diagram to explain the approval process Joe's request for a service will go through. First, Joe will request a service through a work order, and a purchase requisition will be created automatically. Once saved, it will automatically be sent to his manager for review and approval. Once reviewed and approved, a purchase order will be created automatically and sent to the vendor. Once the service has been received, the requisitioner is responsible for creating a goods receipt in SAP. This part of the process will be thoroughly explained during formal training. Lastly, the invoice will be received and TransAlta's accounts payable team will pay the vendor within the stated payment terms. Now I'll show you how to create a purchase requisition for a service. From your Navigator landing page, you'll be able to access the Operation Overview page. You can see that we already have the damaged fan blade documented in this work order, so we'll add our request for a contractor here as well. In the Control Key column, we'll need to change the name PM01 to PM02. Because this is plant maintenance and it's the second request we are making. Next, we'll just describe the services we are requesting in the operation short text. I'll click enter and this maintenance order will pop up. Since this is for a contractor, you can see that this is an external processing order. In the operation quantity field, we will enter the cost of the contractor. Let's say their fee will be $1,500 Australian dollars. In the price field, we'll enter how many contractors we will need. We only need one for this job. In the material group field, we will search from a list of services available by selecting the find icon and typing in SRV followed by an asterisk. This stands for services. I'll select SRVENG, which stands for Engineering Consulting Services. If you knew the acronym of the service you were looking for, you could have skipped this step and typed it in the Material Group field. The Purchase Group field will be populated with the user putting in the requisition, or more plainly, select your name as the purchasing group. This will ensure that your name will pop up on the PO when the PO is automatically created. You will be the person of contact for the vendor. This field is mandatory. I'll just type in the Windows ID of the recipient of the service in the recipient field. Now, we'll just need to select the firm or vendor, as they're called in SAP, who will supply us with a contractor suited to our request for fan blade repairs. Using a company code, and a search term is best when looking for a vendor. However, we'll just see what is available by filling in the city field with Perth. I'll just select the first one for simplicity. And now we can click Enter or the green check mark. We are back at the Operation Overview page, and all we need to do now is click Save and then click through this error message. Now we can click on the fan blade order and select the Operations tab. Double-clicking the Engineer Consultant request will take us to the General Operations data page, and we'll be able to see the requisition number here. If we double-click on the requisition number and the Activity Data tab, we will see the Display Purchase Requisition transaction page with all of the data we entered previously. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about creating a purchase requisition for a service or any other SAP-related questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Be sure to submit this week's survey to be entered to win some great prizes. See you next week.